quite windy today, so I thought I'd take you on a polytunnel tour. Let's get in. Okay, let's start by the door. What day are we today? We're Tuesday, ignore my compost turner. Tuesday the 23rd of Feb, and we're at 12 degrees. In this pot here, tray, whatever it's called, we have Ailsa Craig onions. They're multi-sown the way Charles Dowding does it. He only lives about a half hour away from me, so I like to copycat what he's doing because we're generally the same weather. And we also have a sweet cherry mix. I've got 18 of those. In there we've got Sun Gold. I'm hoping, because all the seeds were mixed together, so I'm hoping they've got some Sun Gold in there. They said they did. Let's hope they do. Here we've got some either leeks or onions that I sowed before Christmas. The green algae on the top is just when soil is just kept too damp, and it just algicizes. Algarizes. I'm not sure either of those are words, but algarizing, that's what I'm going to use. Yeah, so that's just algae. It won't hurt the plants or do anything. It's just not the prettiest to look at. Here are my cauliflower snowballs. I sowed these a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Coming up lovely. That's a really good germination rate actually. All but 7 have germinated. It's quite good. I've got leeks in here. I've got one growing just there. Look how cute! Oh, and another one. Look, back there. Oh, I've got water dripping on my phone. Oh, and one teeny tiny coming up there. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I'm getting so excited about my leeks. These are my Moneymaker tomatoes. I'm going to use them. They're not for us. I use them for a stall that I do outside my house. I like to sell my plants to my neighbours and they like it too. Here are some experimentational Savoy cabbages. I sowed them before Christmas and planted them in here just to see what they would do. So they did stop growing. I think I sowed them around November time. They stopped growing over Christmas and they've started growing up again now. It was quite hot in here yesterday. It was 30 degrees, so they wilted, but they've perked back up. Something is munching on this one. I will find you and I will feed you to the chickens. Not today though. He'll be alright, I'm sure. Here I've got 2 lemon verbenas which I keep in the polytunnel over winter, and they die right off, and then most of the time they come back. These 2 have come back the last year. They came back last year. They're not doing anything yet, so I'm hoping they're going to do the same this year. Here I've got 2 rows of dill, 2 rows of curly parsley, 2 rows of flat leaf parsley, 2 rows of marjoram, and 3 rows of basil because I love my basil. We have pesto every single week and it is beautiful from your garden. And down here I have quinoa in these pots. I stole some quinoa out of my husband's quinoa bag and I sowed them just a few days ago and they're up already. So this is very experimentational. Apparently they can get to 8 foot high, so I've read. Again, my lack of willpower or lack of organisation is called experimentation. I have no idea where I'm going to put a bunch of 8-foot plants. I have no clue, but I sowed them anyway because I'm weird like that. Here is Lola Rossa. Again, in about November last year I sowed these and I left them in the trays apart from these ones which I planted in the ground in the tunnel. These ones I all left in trays, and they were strangling each other for light and air and water and everything. They were really jam-packed. So week before last I spent some time in here separating them all out and saving them essentially. I was on a lettuce rescue mission. One sowing, because they were strangling each other out, they're quite small. So I've got these ones which I'm harvesting, and then these ones which aren't ready. So once these are done, I can just start using these. The experiment was good. I'm going to pretend it was an experiment. It was good because now I have successional sowing, if you like, because we've got some bigger ones and some smaller ones. So yeah, I did it on purpose. And here I've got a square of carrot seeds which I sowed. What are they? They are Chantenay Red called 2. So I'm hoping they'll be nice. I sowed them about 2 weeks ago. Nothing's happening, but I've got some grass or something coming up there. But it looks like purposeful grass, so I'm not quite sure what it is. So I'm just going to let it go and see what happens. I'm a very see what happens kind of gardener. I let everything do what it does because I want to see what the end result is going to be. This is my sage. I need to chop this down a bit. I think I might chop it right down to the base and allow it to grow back up again. But this sage gets massive every year and it covers the doorway pretty much. I'm thinking about moving it outside. I was talking yesterday about my rosemary that is beautiful outside, so the polytunnel rosemary isn't required. This is the polytunnel rosemary. It doesn't look very happy. He's a bit manky, so I think it smells beautiful though. I think what I'll do is I'll pot him up. I've got some new shoots coming though. Yeah. Lovely. I'm thinking what I might do is pot him up and sell him on my stall this year. See if someone wants a rosemary bush, because he's alright. He just needs, I think he just needs to get out of the polytunnel. To be fair, I almost forgot. In here, I've got these courgettes, and I know that they shouldn't be sown yet. But I was watching something and I can't remember what it was, or I read something and I can't remember what it was, that said about courgettes now. So we are what, the 23rd of February? So we're in the polytunnel, so I thought I'll just give them a go and see what they do. Probably not a lot is going to be my answer. And here I've got a tray of purple sprouting broccoli. That is going to be for my own use and for the stall as well. And what I do with the stall is any money I make from it goes straight back into the garden and looking after my chuk-chuks. And that's it. Last year I had a wasp infestation. They were in there, in the back bit. And it was only a few to start with, but wasps multiply fairly quickly. And my son got stung 3 times up his leg because a wasp got stuck in his trousers, and then my husband got stung on the side, and at that point we were like, right, okay, let's get rid of the wasps. They're getting a bit feisty. So we had a man come round, and my stall money went on him coming round and disposing of our poor waspies. That was an interesting day, the day the wasps got powdered. I felt bad because I don't like doing it, but it's got to be done if they're stinging everyone. I'm actually lucky that none of my family are allergic to wasp stings, otherwise we really would have been in trouble. This is where all my junk is, and my potting table and bits and bobs and bedding for the chickens, rabbit feed, buckets for God knows what. So this is the junky bit. Don't worry about this. What question?
It's months or something.
Months, yeah.
Yeah, and then we're gonna put like how much days are in all the months.
What, all the months of the year?
Yeah.
How many days are there in a year?
365.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I go in and get some tuna salad? Thank you.
You're silly. Is that what it is?
No, it is.
Is
How
it
much-
in each month
Yeah,
of the year?
in each month.
There's a rhyme. Do you know what the rhyme is? 30 days has September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31, except for February alone, which has 28 days clear and 29 in each leap year.
I don't get that.
Oh my goodness. Right, I'm coming up in a second anyway. I'll meet you up there, Sugar Plum. Lord. As you can tell, I'm homeschooling. Have been since January now, so my videos need to be kept short because the kids need me. Anywho, drying rack, which is just an old panel with like a rabbit hutch or something, cable tied onto my polytunnel. This is what I dried my onions on last year, and it should be drying onions again this year, hopefully. If I get some onions. I don't think I've got any onions to dry. It'll be drying anything that needs drying. That's its thing. It was over here last year, but I kept banging my head on it because I was tending to the plants that were here. So half of this is junkyard, so it's not as headbangy. Thank you for joining me today in my polytunnel. Spin, spin, spin. Hope you've enjoyed having a look about, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.